Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Now, I am no shovel expert, but I've had a few channel viewers that have been asking for shovel walkarounds for a while, so we'll attempt one. We might attempt three. There's a few of them around here. I'm not super knowledgeable about these things, but my text line is going off again. But we can walk around them, take a look at everything that there is to see, and maybe some more educated viewers will flag a few things that I don't catch. So this one is a Koehring, and we've got 405 badges on each upper corner of the house. Segmented counterweights back here, heavy lifting hooks in each one. Don't know what those weigh, but I would guess they are substantial. Typical construction for its day. The deadest of dead track. We have the heavy link that is intricately cast with the tooth that the sprocket will pick up. We just have, there's no pin and bushing, we just have a solid pin that runs through interleaved joints between the track pads, and they've got a retention bolt on each end. Basic as one could get. Of course, these were not meant to be traveling machines. They just needed to be mobile enough to move themselves around. I see about half of these tracks are plated, and the other half, these pockets are open. So I don't know if they originated like this and someone, it looks like they may have welded some steel plate to the tops of them, and that's just how much they've worn and started to give up. I don't know. But we have a bit of a, it looks like a company name on this side yet. Lundin Construction, Mankato, Minnesota. Not super old. It's got the 7-digit format phone number. That's kind of an interesting holdover from back in the day. Undercarriage on this, like I said, just crude as can be. We have an adjuster up at this end. You can see some big old threads in there, big square-headed bolt all caged in. Looks like we've got some teeth back here on the adjuster wheel. You can see the cast-in numbers on all of the track links. And big, heavy-toothed construction in that front idler. They're kind of teeth and they're kind of guides at the same time. But what's interesting is you can tension the track at the front, and they have the same setup at the back. So get a bit of double travel that way. Lots of, look at all the slack around that pin. Lots of wear in here. You can see the teeth have been starting to wear a bit of a channel in the top of the track frame back there. And it's all chain drive, both sides. Get a better look under here if we can see anything. See the pivot for the house. Some big wheels there, some big gears and drums, and looks quite greasy below the engine. What do we have for a power plant? I see International on the radiator, and it's big. I would say it's probably an 18 size. Okay. Doors move. It is definitely a 6-cylinder. I see 6 spark plugs on there. Generator in place. Gas start diesel. There's your carburetor. Manifold for the switchover. Double filter cans. Great big air cleaner. That is definitely, I'd say, about a UD18, TD18 size. Get those closed up again. Leave it as we found it. Let's see if we can't get a bit of a look around. So not much for creature comforts. Here's your seat. It's on a pivot, steel pan. They at least gave you a series of holes, and look at that, even tilt adjustment. Hinges out of the way. I like this touch. They put the Koehring K in each one of the foot pedals down toward the base, and then this portion up here hinges. That's your pedal lock for each side. Another pedal right there. And of course we have all of our control levers. They run into shafts and linkages that go inside there. See if we can't take a bit of a look around. I'm assuming that'd be throttle. We got some brake stuff going on, probably for drums. View out the cab. And looks like we got like a retractable thing right there. Oh, that's your windshield. That can roll down. Rolls on these tracks. Comes down here. That makes sense. Let's see if we can find any angry bee's nests back here. Great big gusseted drum. Huge brake bands around those drums. Of course, they're going to have to hold a lot. Here's your starting controls here. Looks like mag switch, starter push button, all your gauges. It is a big International. No doubt made for a pretty hot day inside this cab. Take a look at the boom. Usually you see a lot of extra welding and gusseting on these, but this one looks fairly clean yet. And big old rack drive on the stick up there. I'd like to have those Koehring tags. Neat looking deal. Esco bucket. Of course, we have the hinging door at the back. Lots of cables, lots of shivs. Looks like it's been welded and patched a couple of times on the inside. I'm putting some dots of hard facing weld. Some of the wear surfaces. Teeth are rather down in the ground, but I'd say that's all of 4 feet wide, 3 feet deep. I would say probably 3.5 feet tall. Quite the chain drive. Goes up that boom. Let's see if we can't get a look up here. Oh yeah, got some gearing in there, heavy sprockets. Chain drive goes all the way back there. Big cable drum. And here you are. That's how you'd climb up the boom to do your lubricating, your maintenance, your repairs. Gave you the footsteps and handholds just enough to get up there. Quite neat. How much steel has got to be right here? A lot. I would say a lot. So these must be eccentric plates to adjust your wheels that run around the circle for the house. There's one over here too. So you would pull that bolt out, rotate that wherever you'd need it to be, move that, tighten that wheel against the flange, secure it in place with a bolt. Got a secondary set of bosses down here. I suppose you could drop the boom, pivot it down lower, or possibly it was for a different boom attachment altogether. These big long toothed racks, pinion gears up there. Neat old machine. A few remnants of the old business tag right there. So there we are. I'm guessing it's a Koehring 405. Hope y'all enjoyed the walk around. That's all I know about it. Thanks for watching, everybody.